Howdy, folks, and welcome back to Tisbury 33 Games. A sentence I haven't said into this microphone in a little while, but we are back here with some more Connecticut Sun, my WNBA, and we are coming off a title run for the first time in team history. We have won a championship, 2-0 versus the Sky, a 3-2 nail-biter against number 1 ranked Minnesota, and then a 4-2 win against number 2 ranked Las Vegas. Now, before we get into anything here in the video, just want to say thank you for being patient with me. For those who haven't checked out the community tab, and I've been kind of posting there a little bit to kind of give updates, I am in the process of a move. I am 95% done with the move. All it is just finishing up work here in Rhode Island so I can move full-time to Connecticut, but we have the place. It's awesome. It's wonderful. Things are about, again, like 90% set up. Obviously, still have my gaming situation here at home in Rhode Island, but we will be moving that over, and hopefully that brings up a lot of new opportunities. More streaming to come back, more room to do some cool stuff and videos. I'm not really sharing a space with my family. It'd just be me and my girlfriend, and kind of free range with some space. I have my own room, own kind of floor on the house to do whatever I want. It's going to be awesome. So thank you for being patient with us. We're going to be rolling out this content a little bit more as we still continue to transition over. Rockies will be back. Still a TBD on that. I'm hoping for early December, so in the next week or two, to start putting videos out of that again. But yeah, just thank you for your patience. I know it's been weird not seeing me post for 2-3 weeks at a time, but we are back at it. Hopefully get a couple of these out a week to fill that void that you guys have been missing. And again, we appreciate the time. So let's check out the team. A little recap for everybody. More refresher for me. I haven't picked up this game in about a month, but this is our winning team, our championship winning team. Brianna Jones, Alyssa Thomas, Dejanay Carrington, DeWanna Bonner, Ariel Atkins, a mid-season signing that got us over the hump, Marina Mabry, Sophia Cunningham, an off-season acquisition, Taisha Harris, Olivia Nelson-Adota, who's been progressing quite nicely, Natisha Heidemann that we got in that trade, Amanda Zahui, Anelli Ewing, which was our first draft pick, and that is about it. So this is the squad we have. If you look at the top of the screen, signed for 3 years, signed for 3 years, signed for 3 years, signed for 2 years. Ariel Atkins is a decision we have to make. Mabry also a decision we have to make. Maybe we can keep one of them. Hopefully, winning a championship, we'll be able to keep both. That'd be great. I think Mabry definitely both shooters. Atkins more of a scorer outside. Mabry can go inside a little bit better. Also a way better defender Atkins is. So we'll see what we can do. Cunningham, 3 years. Harris, we're going to have to make a decision on her, what we want to do with Ty Harris. Nelson-Adota, is she going to be the backup big for much longer? So these are some decisions we have to make, and let's get into it. Again, won the championship, and let us advance. Limitation as it is. Going to player assignments, Alicia Clark, who I think was spearheading the 3v3 in the Olympics, if I have my Clark's correct. 12 years as a second-round pick from Middle Tennessee State. Never really blew the doors off, but had a solid career. Congratulations to her. Sydney Whitcomb, she retires at 37, and Emma Cannon retires at 36. Cannon undrafted, had a big gap between playing time. She only got 5 years in the league. And St. Whitcomb, we have to go all the way back to 17-18, her first season, where she spent the latter part of her career in the WNBA. Staff retirements, Olaf Lang, cool. League meetings, modify the goaltending rule that the ball hits the rim. Any player can legally play the ball on the ball. I guess we'll approve it because no one's going to get there. But usually, unless anything like crazy changes, I don't veto them. I kind of just let them go. But sure. And here's the WNBA draft lottery. So we're looking at the Dream, the Mystics, the Fever, and the Storm. So the Storm have a lowered odds than the other three, but let's see who is selected to get the number 1 pick. The Storm stay put at 4. The Fever with Caitlin Clark and company, they move up. So DC, who had, I think, 2 top 5 picks, or I think like back-to-back picks in the season 1 off season, they dropped 3. The Fever ended up going to 2, which means the number 1 pick ends up with the Atlanta Dream. All right, shout out Atlanta. They lost Ryan Howard. We got Atkins from them, I believe. Could be wrong. We got Atkins from the Mystics. So Atlanta, they traded Jordan Canada early in the season. So this is what we're going to do. Again, the Mystics get our pick at 12. We do not have a first-round pick this season. Other than that, let's roll. And I'm just going to, go until we meet the draft class. So I'll see you guys. All right, here we are in free agency, the moratorium period. And here is the class we have. We have Aisha Wilson, the best player in the league by far. Nafisa Collier, pretty good in her own right. Jonquel Jones. We have former Sun player Sabrina Ionescu, Arike Ogunbowale, Jackie Young, and Kayla McBride, the 90 overall pluses. And yeah, this is a really, really, really talented group. If you look in the top corner, we have 446,000 cap room. So basically 1 max slot or a couple of sub-max slots. I think we're just going to keep the band together. If we're looking at who we have, we don't have bird rights on anybody. But if we look at who we need to go out and keep around, Ariel Atkins is out here. Marina Raybri still out here. And then another one that we were looking for is Olivia Nelson-Dota. We have the qualifying offer on Dota. So if someone tries to sneak her up, we can go grab her. But I think we're going to try to keep together at least one of these 2, probably both. I think Ty Harris, you look at kind of the past 2 seasons we've had for her, been subpar, but has shot the 3-ball well. Really big difference in free throw percentage there. But I think the plan would be, let's get Mabry, let's get Adkins, and then probably move Mabry to point guard, keep Adkins around. So I'm going to go make some initial offers. We'll check in on the free agency pool in just a moment, and we'll see you then. All right, we are back here, and unfortunately we weren't able to keep everybody. We were not able to keep all 3 of Adota, Mabry, or Atkins. It is either Atkins and nobody else, or those 2. We'll see what the decision we made. But here is what the Vegas Aces did. Re-signed Kelsey Plum, Ryan Howard, Shakira Austin stays, Ariel Powers. She is here at 78 overall. Keep Asia Wilson. Add Jonquel Jones. Just absolutely killed. Look at this team: Plum, Martin, Howard, Jones, Asia Wilson, and then Shakira Austin off the bench. Like, this is a nuts team. We'll see what happens with them. The Dream. They re-signed Cheyenne Parker-Tyus. Queen Egbo is signed. I think she was on the team before. Alicia Gray there now. And some ladies off the bench, but nothing too crazy for the team that's looking like they're getting the number 1 overall pick. The Fever, let's see what they got. Alana Smith. That is a big upgrade for them. She is now slotted on the bench. And they get Jackie Young. So that is awesome. I think Caitlin Clark is out. Yeah, Caitlin Clark was hurt. A student Adore Fall, former Sun. So this is a pretty decent lineup now. You add Jackie Young to the mix that fills the Kelsey Mitchell role that you lost last season. We will see what happens with them. Clea Copper, she goes to Liberty. Chelsea Gray to Liberty. Jordan Canada to Liberty. So they are stocking up. Again, Kelsey Mitchell back again. So you have Canada, Mitchell, Copper to go with Stewie. Elizabeth Williams slides in now with Jonquel Jones out. Chelsea Gray off the bench as a super solid playmaker. So, a team that is also looking to go and compete for a championship. Brittany Griner to the Lynx. Vandersloot also to the Lynx. And Ogunbowale and Kayla McBride breeze up. So now you have Vandersloot, Ogunbowale, McBride, Cheyenne Parker-Tyus, which I thought it said that she doesn't even, she was on the Dream, but I don't know, whatever, we'll see. Alyssa Peely is coming along, Brittany Griner looking good in that 42. For the Mercury, Ezzy Magbegor, Natasha Howard, Tina Charles, I think, was there this past season. Definitely a different team. This is a 500 team last year. Courtney Williams adds to the backcourt with Natasha Cloud and Ezzy Magbegor, now that star player on this squad. The Mystics get Heidemann back, Elena Deladon back, and really didn't do too much. Veronica Burton still your starter there, and Leah Edwards and company. Really, it's Edwards and Sika Kone, Zura Person, the number 1 overall pick from last year. Let's see how she did. Number 2 overall pick from last year. Didn't do too terribly great. But I'm sure she's gonna have. And you're a wizard, Mary. Sky, they end up getting Atkins. She hit a game winner against them in the playoffs. And they get Ionescu. Look at this squad. That is probably the best top 5 in the entire league. After a pretty good season last year, we beat them in the playoffs. This is a formidable squad now. They have a really solid bench. This is going down as early favorites in the league right now. Sparks, let's see what they got. Skylar Diggins-Smith gets there, and Dearica Hanby re-signs. Rakea Jackson coming along nicely. Cam Brink is awesome. Kennedy Carter was there, and then you got Diggins-Smith to run point. Adrian Hernandez, the number 1 overall pick from a season ago, 6 points, 4 rebounds, and he can shoot a 3 ball a little bit, or at least has been attempting threes. And the bench is coming along really nicely. Storm, they say they got Lana Deladon, but they don't. They get Jewel Ride, Ty Harris, Jewel Lloyd re-signs. Ty Harris back up there. Alyssa Smith was there. So this is a pretty decent squad. And then finally the Sun. This is weird. I don't know why these deals are showing up here, because we did those last offseason. But Sophie Cunningham, basically we kept Nelson Ododa, and we kept Marina Raby on deals. So what's going to look like right now, we're probably going to move Marina Mabry to the point guard position, and kind of run this as your starting 5 with Sophie Cunningham and Nelson Ododa off the bench. And that was, we got to see, who cares about the wings? Player progression, let's check it out. Alyssa Thomas starting to show her age a bit. Bonner down 3 points. Ewing up 4 points. You love to see that. Nafisa Collier, who ended up on the wing, so good thing we checked on her. This is a pretty good team. J.C. Sheldon moving up. Odyssey Sims going down. Charlene Alberto up. And Shania Gumake down a couple of points here. And with Natasha Heidemann, who I guess didn't go back to the Mystics. I don't know. I guess this thing's all bugged and broken. Down 3 for Jones, down 1 from Howard, but up 6 is Yehoon Parker. Alicia Gray down a couple, but up 3 for Rupert, up 3 for Fair. Daisha Fair, that is Syracuse, right? Yep. Up 7 for Lindsey Burke, who was the second pick in the second round in 2025. So good development there. Up 6 for Tasia Buckner. Nothing else. Caitlin Clark had a torn ACL, so she didn't really upgrade much. Down 2 for Copper. Down 3 for Gray. Up 5 for Kaya Ryan. Here's some upgrades, downgrades. Vandersloot and Swin Thomas, the biggest up and down for the Lynx. Down a few from the top from the Sun. Then plus 7 for Anna Dawkins. Plus 5 for Kiana Brewer. Here is the Mystics up, and they're now looking a little bit better. You got big jump from Zero Person, a good jump from Jade Melbourne, a good jump from Sika Kone, good jump from Leah Edwards, former UConn prospect, down 4 for Elena Deladon. But yeah, starting to look a little bit better. No movement for Potter. Again, she said it had A+ or A something potential, so it just didn't move up. Did in a couple of categories, but didn't take that big jump. And again, Angel Reese up near maxed out. Camila Cardoso up near maxed out. Gumake down a couple. Inesco down 1. But other than that, everyone kind of stays super solid on probably the most well-rounded roster in the league. Sparks, Cam Brink up a few. Rakea Jackson up a few. Down a couple for Hamby. And the rest goes like that. And then here is a big 5 up from Nika Mool. And that's basically the biggest outlier there. So let's get into the draft. Let's see who are the prospects we're looking at. And let's meet the new players. All right, here are the top 10 players in the draft according to SN Rank. This is how I go. Kayla Holton. She's a small forward, power forward, B offense, B defense, Hall of Fame ceiling, floor as a starter, potential to be the next big superstar, decent frame, she'll be able to put on some muscle. If we look, she's from Illinois. These are the stats she put up. Just super well-rounded, can hit from all types of places on the floor, but a big defender and a good 3-ball for Kayla Holton. Kristen Wennington looks like more of a really, really good defender as a big, still raw offensively. We check out her stats from the University of Michigan, Hall of Fame. Sylvia Fowles, pretty good in comparison to have. Keen sense of knowing what to do to get big stops, promising shot blocker, quite possibly the best defensive low post player in the draft, but again, offensively, not too polished. Destiny Rice, offensively, defensively, looks very well put together. Jontel Lavender, comp for the floor, but an all-star ceiling, they say. Very capable post defender. Stats of 32 points per game in just 3 games, I guess. Well, the draft happens this is the catch-up scouting phase, so it's a weird timeline where it's like pro season, and then you're off until, you get off in around September or so. And then, you just kind of wait until college season's up and then drafts immediately after. But, again, more of just a solid defender rebounder than anything else. Offensively, Emily Madsen checks in, kind of same profile. Really solid defender, which you're going to get a lot of defenders in this class, it looks like. Here are her stats through some fun. All WNBA is her ceiling. Lene McCaw, they're saying Diana Taurasi or Bria Holmes. She is from USC. Again, really more of a defender. Now that I think about it, this was a glitch that happened before in Wizards, where it just shows the same. Yeah, you have to kind of go in individually and see. Okay, so let's go. This is what Holton looks like, her scouting. This is what Wennington looks like, her scouting. Still less offense. Destiny Rice, more offensively focused, decent defender. So that's good. Emily Madsen, I think we were just looking at more of a shooter with okay defense. Lene McCaw, who's we're at. So, offense, defense. We're kind of already getting into not great prospects. Mariella Bolden, outside shooter as a big 6'3", and good movement, good perimeter and post defense. That'd be interesting. Jillian Booker from Richmond, perimeter defender. Looks like her clean name. Shelly Popovich, overall solid defender. Not that great of a offensive player from Croatia. Tanya Green, New Mexico is her college. Good outside shooter. That's about it. And then Katie Carlson, really good scorer for all these levels. Good playmaker, looks like as well. Struggled defensively, but that's your top 10. Let me finish up the scouting, and then we'll get right into the draft. All right, here we are on the WNBA draft. Like we were saying, we are going to look at the first round and then just some to our picks. Kayla Holton, she goes number 1. No big surprise there. Emily Madsen from Miami goes to the Fever at 2. And the third pick, it comes up to Kristen Wennington going number 3. Fourth pick are the Storm, Mariella Bolden, and now we are out of the lottery. Nafisa Collier gets Destiny Rice in the new home in Dallas. Also, the new 3-on-3 league. Sparks receive Alicia Gray, and the Dream receive. We'll do this. We'll add some good scoring to the Sparks, who look like they're competing. Alicia Gray, obviously an aging star in Atlanta. Atlanta's not going anywhere. We'll make that trade. But the Unrivaled League, a 3v3 league, definitely go check that out. It should be coming up sometime this winter. 36 players in WNBA getting together, led by Nafisa Collier and Breanna Stewart. the players own the league. Basically, it's gonna be really, really fun, I think, and I think it should be on TNT and stuff. I think they have a deal, so yeah, check that out if you can. Marianne Ball from UConn goes to the Aces. The links are on the clock. We'll say yes again. Again, the Lynx are competing. The Mercury aren't. And let's get some trades in this league. And this is really the only time we'll see trades. Get Natasha Howard. Swin Thomas went up 5 overall this year. And Kayla Page is your pick from Louisville. And then the Mystics are on the clock. Nadia Allen. Now we will move on to our pick. And then it's the first round. We're going to go out and draft Jackie Erhan. She is from Romania. I like the scoring profile. I think last year, again, we needed to trade for a bucket on the wing, and this is exactly what we're replacing after What's-Her-Face is gone. Asia Durr is the comp with Blake Dietrich as the floor. Looks to have some ability in regards to getting steals. Has very solid long-range shooting ability. Potential to develop into something special is the strengths. Below-average defender. Slow to grasp new offense is sometimes unaware, and haven't had any medicals. Jackie Erhan is going to be the pick here with our selection. Welcome to Connecticut. We're going to go out and get Cheyenne King, 6'6". We're going for size here as a backup big. And look, can shoot. B+ on the grade. Again, a lot of the players are out of this league, they're saying. Nice shooting form, solid on-ball defender, and okay at taking contact on drives. Basically shoots a set shot, very poor vertical. That's fine. Looks slow and clunky. We get that. Slow to grasp new defenses, often unaware. It was between her and Mimi Mason. Mason, the more defensive prospect. Well, King, I think, with that shooting ability, if we can unlock that, has higher upside. Welcome, Cheyenne King. So here are the results of the draft. Kayla Horton looks phenomenal. And then Destiny Rice at 75 overall. Those look like the 2 highest overall players. And we'll look at our picks in the second and third round. We got Jackie Erhan in the second round, which looks like a pretty good pick. It was between her or Kalina Kane when making the decision. So we got Erhan, who looks like the better prospect, and one of the better prospects that we could have got that point in the draft. I really like her shooting ability and scoring ability. And then we got Cheyenne King. She ended up being a 63 overall, so a couple players better overall-wise, but I think we like the player, we like the profile, and we will take it. So I think we had a pretty good draft. All right, so here we are to begin the season. If we go to coach game plan, let's move this rotation to 10. And I guess we got Crystal Dangerfield. Didn't realize we got that. Oh, let me move Mabry to point guard and then regenerate this off this and see what we got. Give me a second. All right, that's better. So Mabry slides into point guard. Carrington and Bonner on the wings. Jones and Thomas in the middle. Cunningham, she'll be off the bench getting the most minutes of everybody. I guess we'll rock with this. Fine. Nelson Adota is going to come and give the bigs a nice little rest. And then Anelli Ewing, our point guard, our first round pick from last year. Arizona State looking to make her WNBA debut. And Crystal Dangerfield from UConn. She had a really solid first season with Minnesota, but then really hasn't found success yet. I guess it's just an auto ad. And then Jackie Erhan's going to get some minutes on the bench. And then Cheyenne King will be there in case anyone goes down. But this is the squad we're rocking with. As always, we're going to go hop into some games, see what we got. And first game is going to be against Minnesota. So let's jump in with the Simcast, see if we can get into our first game of the year. And looking like we're close. And we'll continue the simulation. We'll take it down to around 2 minutes or so. I don't know. Yeah, this one didn't end up being close. Or ended up being close, but ended up not getting into it. Alyssa Thomas doing Alyssa Thomas things. Sophie Cunningham and Anelli Ewing. Look at her on her WNBA debut, 10 points. Shot a little more than she should have, but I think, hey, it works, right? Carrington 1 for 7, and that is about that. And then on the other side, again, McBride, now Natasha Howard there from Florida State. And who was their other? Ungwale. So, yeah, shot her down, which is really nice to see. All right, jumping in for the first time. Here we are against New York. New look New York Liberty. We're down by 3 with a minute left. Copper working on Alyssa Thomas. First game action of 2026. In our title defense season. Early on in the season, Canada signed there in the offseason, and that might have put it away. We'll see what the Sun have as a comeback. What's their next punch? Carrington gets the screen from Thomas. Got some space. Goes down the lane. Tough one. And we are already fouling. And it's a little extracurriculars. Hopefully. I was watching the first episode back, or editing the first episode, or the second episode back, and I noticed it's a little loud, so hopefully I moved some volume in the actual game down. I'm going to move the volume down here on the editing software as well. Canada by Mabry. We have a player open. It's Elizabeth Williams. She won't shoot it. Joining Canada on an island. Thomas comes to help. Double is brought. Copper waits on it. Canada's open. See what they do with it. Williams, Canada, one more pass to Stewie. This goes in. That's game over. All right, for the first month and a half of the season, I messed up big time on this game. I was about to jump in, and then I accidentally simmed, but we should have got a really, really good game there. So my apologies on there. But right now, we are 5-6 and not looking too great. Let's check in on the team stats-wise and see what we got going on. Maybe our leading scorer, I think she has gone up across the board and everything. So she is really taking this more minutes role really, 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 really well. So love that from Marina Mabry. The shooting numbers are actually up across the board, getting more minutes than she ever has, at least with us, or very similar to her first year with us. So you love to see that. Alyssa Thomas. Again, nearly averaging a triple-double. This is just kind of what she does. She's incredible. Anneli Ewing, shooting a good amount, but not hitting a lot of her shots. 346 field goal percentage. Again, in the WNBA, poor, but that's like not the world-breaking like in the NBA, but 9 points per game, almost 2 assists per game. I guess we'll take it. Bree Jones doing all right. Dejanay Carrington, not shooting particularly well, especially from 3. Once that 3 kind of evens back out, I think she'll be fine. Dewana Bonner looks like she is starting to slow down. She's gone from 13 to about 10. So now we're at like 6 points per game. The field goal percentage stayed kind of in the same area. Just, I guess, opportunity is what we're looking at on the decline. Minutes also on the decline as well. Sophie Cunningham not shooting well, and Nelson Adota coming in doing her thing. If we look at rebounds leaders, you got 6 for Nelson Adota, 7.5 from Jones, 11.5 from Thomas, 7 assists from Thomas, and 3.5 assists from Mabry. Steals, you have 1 a game from these two, and about 1 block a game from Nelson Adota. Finally getting to jump into another game. We are against DC. We have had a very, very, very tough stretch of games. We're looking to get a win. We desperately need a win and to keep ourselves kind of alive. We're kind of entering that point where it's going to get tough in the next couple of weeks if we don't string together some games. Bonner with good defense on Aaliyah Edwards. Maybe running point for us. She has been one of the lone bright spots. She has come to play. Alyssa Thomas is having an Alyssa Thomas season, but everyone else kind of down, just down near. Carrington still isn't shooting right. Cunningham isn't shooting right, and that kind of was the story for her at the beginning of the year, last year, and then kind of turned it up later on. We're hoping for a similar path this year, which would help. But Brianna Jones isn't doing what she had been, which is multiple All-Star campaigns. Also, All-Star teams are out, so we'll show that after this game. Wow, let's see if we can just figure it out. Kone driving on Jones. Good defense by Bree. And Bonner trying to ice the game with her probably in this universe now wife running the floor. Mabry lets it go. Can't hit the 3 ball. Rebound to Sykes. Burton, former Sun, actually started the series with us, and she was a piece that got us a championship Trading for Atkins. Oh, what a spin by the engine and a deflection. And they'll say Mystics ball off of Alyssa Thomas. All right, that's interesting. I would assume they would have been off of Johnson, who came over to help, but nope, guess not. Whatever. I don't get paid to be a ref, apparently. And the Mystics are going to take a time out. Yeah, so after this game, we will look at the All-Star teams who got selected. We should show the selection of the All-Star teams, and we will also check on some season stats as we're about the halfway mark of the 2026 season. Edwards dumps it down to Kone. Kone trying to find room. None given up by Brianna Jones. Picking pop. Burton cashes it. 1 point game yet again. Veronica Burton returning home. I think from Massachusetts, I believe. And good defense there on Mabry. Rebound Johnson. They can hold and get the last good possession if they want. About a 2-3 second difference between shot and game clock. They're going to try to set down low to Kone. Jones is there. She's been so far so good against Kone and wins the battle again. She blew the bunny. Defensive rebound, Jones. She'll head to line. We would love for her to sink both if she can. No timeouts by Washington. Brianna Jones hits the first free throw. Second free throw is up. Second free throw rattles out. I guess they had a timeout that I just wasn't seeing. They will move it up the floor. I don't know if they show the advanced ball timeouts, I guess. 3 seconds. Kone trying to go for overtime. Yes, she hits it. We are going to go into overtime, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can get a miracle shot up here. Not enough time to catch and shoot. And it was, yeah, she hit it. But end of regulation. Let us, that's a sick play by Kone. And yeah, there we go. That missing that free throw made all the difference from Bree Jones. Let's hop into the Simcast and see if we get a close game here towards the end. All right. This is a game we need to win. We cannot really afford to be losing this game. So let's simulate, get down to 2 minutes, see if we're still good. We will jump back in here. They have a 4-point lead. Have scored the last 6 points unanswered. Connecticut, or last 4 points unanswered, I guess. Or have amounted a 4-point lead. Mabry shaking, baking, scoring with the left-handed layup. And they're shooting 40%. We're not too far behind them, 39. Burton gets the screen. Down to Kone. Jones creates enough space. Still can't hit the layup. Gets her own board. And another one. She's missed all but the important one to put into overtime. Alyssa Thomas going to overdrive. See how we work. It's been the Mabry show for the majority here. We'll see if we run anything different. Big on big, pick and roll. Thomas given space. Not that big of a scorer, but she can score if she gets positioned down there. She's going to have to put up a 3. That is not her game. Good defensive possession by the Mystics. Sykes kicks it up to Johnson. She'll slow it down back to Burton. Burton surveys. She's going to set this up, and they're going to go back to Kone. This is what they've been. They've trusting her. They've developed her wonderfully over the last couple of years. She is their closer. Burton in the corner. The Sun need a stop. Edwards open. Johnson, the 3 ball, misses. And timeout taken by Alyssa Thomas and the Connecticut Sun. They have 20 seconds to tie this game or take the lead. Let's see what they choose to do. Mabry, Carrington, Bonner, your shooters. Jones can hit it from outside a little bit. And then Thomas, more of a inside threat. Run this clock down to 8 seconds. Mabry still with it. Pick and roll between her and Jones. She crosses over, pulls up for 3. Yes! Hits it with a second left. Marina Mabry. 1 second to defend. Can Connecticut hold on and win, or is it going to be heartbreak in Uncasville? Burton from way downtown misses, and Connecticut wins. Mabry with the three-pointer with a second left, and the Connecticut Sun pulled together a much-needed win. Again, we will look at the standings and all that other stuff and why that was such an important win. We pick up a win against the Mystics, who are surging, a top 4 team in the league. Let's check out the box score, why don't we? Jones 17-10, Thomas 13-10, not as many assists as we're used to her seeing. Mabry, her 10th, 11th, 12th points, the most important ones of the game, with 4 assists as well. Ewing, a little bit of everything. Bonner, a little bit of everything as well. Carrington, same thing, but 1 for 7 shooting for Dejanay, 3 for 10 shooting for Olivia Nelson Dota. Sika Kone, 19 points. She was 6 of 21, 3 of 11 shooting. They went to her despite the struggles. It worked for the most part, but they ended up losing this one. Aaliyah Edwards, 14 of 14. Would like to see her get some shine as the player to kind of go to towards the end. Veronica Burton hit that big shot to put them within 1. And then Elena Deladon, didn't see her on screen. She had 12 points. Azura Person, she also chipped in with 10. Alrighty. So like I said, let us check out some of those stats I wanted to show you. Again, had a really tough stretch. And before we get into anything here, season stats, player stats, here's kind of how we're shaping up. Things are getting better and getting worse in some aspects here as a team, but we go to WNBA standing. Sky, like I predicted, probably the top team in the league, and they're playing like the top team in the league. Aces, technically number 1. I guess they have like a games advantage or something, but Chicago right behind them. Dallas Wings, 13-5. We just beat the Mystics, who I thought said 4th in the conference they were, but 8th overall. We just won up them. We're 7-10 this year, behind the Sparks, behind the Liberty, behind the Fever, who dumped us earlier. And then Atlanta, still nothing. Storm, nothing. Lynx, without Nafisa Collier, haven't been much. And Mercury, after making those trades, not much on their end either. These are the teams who are kind of the bottom feeders, and these are the teams we're looking at. Like, hey, if we need a trade, let's see what Ty Harris is doing. Why not? About what she would have been doing with us. So, I mean, we could take those 3 assists and all those that 3-point shooting, but we made a decision, apparently. Atlanta Dream, just Kayla Holton, how you doing in your first pro season? Pretty good. I think she's going to be a stud. So, yeah, that is what we're looking like there. Let's try to jump into a couple of these games, see what we got. We're going to look at Liberty, Aces, then get to the All-Star. All right, jumping into the All-Star game. Before we jump in, let us check the rosters. Team Brianna, it's made up of Jackie Young, Brianna Stewart, Shakira Austin, Nafisa Collier, Camila Cardoso, Aaliyah Edwards, Kennedy Carter, Cameron Brink, Arike Ogunbowale, Ezzy Magbagor, Kelsey Plum, and Ariel Watkins. See what she's doing. 8 points. She's doing awesome. This is the production we would have got from her. But, obviously had to make a decision. We made our decision. Team Asia looks like this. Anescu, Jewel Lloyd, and obviously Asia Wilson. Angel Reese, Jonquel Jones, Aaliyah Boston, Tasia Buckner, who was the 5th pick from 2025 draft. Huge jump up from 4 points to 14 points. Alongside Caitlin Clark and company, Satu Sabale, Nneka Ogwumike, Alyssa Thomas, one of our representatives, Courtney Williams, and Marina Mabry, our other representative. I don't think any of our players are going to be on the floor. No, Caitlin Clark, I mentioned, maybe he's still recovering from the ACL tear. But we got a 3-point game. Brianna Stewart and Nafisa Collier, again, the co-owners of that league. Unrivaled 3v3 women's league. Collier's going to have to put up a tough shot. She does, and she almost hits it. Loose ball, Ogwumike picks up the rebound. One of 3 or 4 Chicago members of Chicago guys represented. We do have Alyssa Thomas down here. Wilson, jump hook, no good. And Shakira Austin, teammate of Asia Wilson, real life competitor in this game. able to make a stop. Magagor creating space, driving on Reese. Reese is playing solid defense. Collier in the corner, 2 seconds again, forced into a tough shot, but she hits it. She is good. Now, how good we would be if we just decided, hey, fuck it, spend all the money on the piece of Collier. Now, that would have been something. But, I don't know. I felt like we had a good team, tried to do the most with it. That's why it's always next year, ladies and gents. Always next year. Thomas kicks out. Inescu. Butter. 2-point game. Good find. Inescu playing defense against Plum. Plum steps back. Puts it up. Misses. Tie this game up. Thomas driving the lane on Stewie. Pulls up. Inescu wants the lead. Can't get it there. Kelsey Plum the rebound. 2-point game. Jackie Young. Swapping teams. But still that woman. Hits the three. That could be the dagger. Let's see. Do we have anything? Does Team Brianna have anything in their sails left? Inescu gets it on the nail. Steps back. Hair's wild. Boston, Lloyd. Jewel Lloyd has to throw up an ugly shot, but it goes in. All right, Jewel Lloyd. I was familiar with your game, but unfamiliar with your game in that very instance right there. Now we have 2-point game. Probably still in free throw territory, I would assume. And they will go to free throws. Try to skip through these as fast as possible. Still not in the bonus. Team Brianna isn't. Team Asia is. Still trying to get a steal on the inbound. Would have pressured more on the inbound, but that's just me. Whatever. And let's see, Jackie Young. Can you ice it? I think 2 puts us away. 3 kind of really puts it away, but 2 definitely puts it away. Boom. All right, 6.5 seconds left. Pretty good all-star game. If I didn't sim it last year by accident, I think we would have got 3 for 3 in good all-star games. Lloyd pulls up, missed shot, and that is going to do it. I would assume Jackie Young is your MVP. And let's get on with the rest of this. We're at the trade deadline. I think we're going to start cutting bait here. We're 11-19. Something like that. We're not really good. I think we're going to keep our core together. We have one more year with our kind of big 4 that we have. We're going to move Sophie Cunningham. We're going to get rid of the aces. Upgrade from aerial powers. So we're putting up similar numbers, but Cunningham shooting a lot better. I think adding a shooter to the aces squad is whatever. We're also going to get Marianne Ball. The 10th overall pick from this past year's draft from UConn. She's coming home. Not shooting too well, but a young wing. I'll take that and see if we can develop her. And we're going to make this trade with the Aces. Other trade, I think that's really all I want to do here. I think that's what we're going to roll with. And that's going to be our kind of trade that we're going to roll. With we get Ball, who comes in with C potential. That's all right. Ewing B+, King B+, Erhan C+ if you're looking at potentials, and then Powers can kind of roll the rest on the bench the rest of the year and run out her contract. But I think that's the one we're gonna make. We're gonna free up some space. Powers gonna be off the books. We get Cunningham off the books. Also adds helps for Cunningham. They add an extra year of Sophie Cunningham there, for what makes sense for both sides. We get a pretty decent player, and Ball, and now she's going to come in and get some minutes. Erhan's going to get to the bench. King's going to get to the bench, and that's how we're going to kind of roll it out. But, let's see if we can do anything with this season. Let's see. From the last stretch, we have, I think, 3 games versus the Mercury and 1 game against Liberty. Here's where we stand right now. We're that 9 seed to get top 8, get into the WNBA playoffs. Here we go. So we need 3 games with the Lynx. Let's just kind of check. So with Simcast, see if we can get into a game here. Up against New York. This one's getting close. This one might be a game we hop into. Fourth quarter getting away from everybody. And we win that game. Needed a win. All right. So again, check back in on the standings. All right. 2.5 games. The Mystics. The Lynx. The Sun. We need to kind of win out. Well, this is a lost season for sure. And after winning a title, you want to keep those winning spirits alive. We're keeping them alive for just a day. Let's see what we got. Back to the standings. Liberty have clinched. And it's going to be a nail-biter between us, the Lynx, and the Mystics. We need to win these 2 games. And I think, if they win one, they clinch over us. So Let's see what the Lynx do. They have to beat the Aces tonight. They do. I think they clinch over us no matter what. So the Aces help us out. And we won. Okay. So let's check again on the standings. Okay, so I think the Lynx and the Mystics are done officially. And then it's us. They have no clinched yet. So this all comes down to see what we can do with this win. We need a win. Like it's non-negotiable. And that's not how you start off. Coming back a bit. All right, we're going to jump in for our playoff hopes on the line. Down by 3 at home. Let's jump in here. Click this on. Let us move to the middle. Camera there. Let's watch it. 2.5 minutes. And we need the win to stay alive. I even don't know if the win guarantees us, but the fact that the other teams haven't clinched, it makes me feel like we have a tiebreaker of sorts. And that goes down to that game we just saw against the Mystics a few minutes ago, how important that win was for us. Because if that's the tiebreaker win, that's crazy. Can't hit the 3 there. Lexi Hull up ahead. You have someone going down the floor. Brewer can't get it. Jones the rebound. Ariel Powers. Be nice to get into the playoffs and still kind of win for the future with the Cunningham trade. Bonner should be coming off the books as well. So we're prime position to go out and get some free agent help. And Dewana Bonner against her former team sinks the 3. 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game, 66 apiece. This is a game that I would be in real life. I love going to games. I went to 3 or 4 this year. It was awesome to go watch WNBA in real life. I implore, if you are near a team or have the means to go see a game, go see it. It's fun basketball. If you like basketball, you will like the WNBA. Magbagor misses there. Williams kick out to her. Courtney Williams, former Sun player. Her dad became a superstar during their Lynx's finals run when they ended up losing to the Liberty. And Thomas puts us up by 2. Alrighty, here we go. Would love to sneak into the playoffs if we can. Brittany Griner, see that she has the blocks in her career, which is nice little fun things on the timeline on the bottom. Oh, that's a dagger by Natasha Cloud. They're up by 1 now. Bonner working on Hull. Gets some space. She pulls up on the move again. Can't drain that one. Cloud with the rebound. Cloud backs it up. Pick and roll. Williams. Oh. Oh, man. That hurts. Right in your face, too. And then this is a team that we're supposed to beat. Not because of, obviously with all the implications of our season, but we're just better than them. They're just not as good as us. Even though we haven't been great, they're still better. Down by 4. Step back from Bonner. Gets some space. Closed up quickly. Maybe the screen from Thomas. Thought about it. Turns down the shot. Alyssa Thomas blocked out of bounds. Sun retained possession. That's a big block. That's Magbagor. One dive to the cup. Thomas, would have liked to see her keep going, but Mabry wide open three. Cans it. Down by 1. 24 seconds left. We have no timeouts. Neither do they. We're going to free throws. Up soon. Love to get a steal somewhere. Would love to get a steal somewhere. Williams lost Carrington. Carrington has to foul. Her third personal. Finally at the free throw line. Courtney Williams can shoot it. She missed the first. That's big. Missed the second. Come on now. All right, 2 ties it, 3 wins it. Well, not immediately, but, I'm sure we're going to drain the clock. Our whole season comes down to dispossession. Jones to Bonner. Bonner has scored a couple times here. In the waning moments of our season, she goes to the cup, left hand, finish, tie game. Now the the Mercury. They got a chance. Williams, clock draining. Down to 5. Goes on Carrington. Gets her in the air. Had the shot. And we're going to overtime again. DeWanna Bonner sends us to OT with about 15 seconds left. As we end regulation, heading to OT as usual. We will sim ahead a little bit just to get us going. All right, let's see. We score first. Down to we'll jump in right here. Minute 10, 77-77. Williams, step back on Carrington. Carrington with her defensively. That's her bread and butter. She's a really good defender. Pop out. Cloud. Gets some space. Three-pointer on the way. Miss. Thomas the rebound. And she's running. Bonner up ahead. Trying to turn the corner on a hole. She can't quite. Sets up in the post. Thomas. The screen. Working on Magbagor. Carrington for the lead. No. Still tied at 77. About 6 seconds different between game and shot clock. Williams dumps it in. 18.5 left on the clock. Mercury take the lead. Phoenix trying to play spoiler. Connecticut trying to get back into the dance after winning it all a year ago. Been a very down season for most players involved. Bonner, they're giving it to her. What could be her final WNBA game at 39 years old. Maybe final game with the Sun. Bonner misses. That's it. That's a wrap on our season. Maybe Bonner's career. 2026 is going to come to an unfortunate, quick ending. And especially after winning championship the way we did last year, would have been nice to see us at least get back into the dance. Maybe puts it up. It would be for naught. Doesn't count anyway. Would have been a 2 if it did count. And Phoenix plays spoiler and officially kills our playoff hopes. Ewing 15 points, Carrington 11, Mabry 10, Bonner 8 rebounds as well. Thomas, 5, 11, and 6 in a Alyssa Thomas day. But look at these shooting. 2 for 11, 4 for 12, 2 for 6, 3 for 11, 3 for 7. Just not what you need to get the job done. This really clearly isn't. Courtney Williams, 23 points. Mag Begor, 17 points. Brewer, 13 points. Look at these shootings. 9 for 17, 6 for 10. That's where you want to be. And they came in. They played well. And that's it for us. Asia Wilson, your MVP again. Caitlin Clark only played 3 games. But yeah, we're going to let the CPU decide these, I guess. Kayla Holton, Rookie of the Year. She was awesome. Jonquil Jones, 6th Player of the Year. Yeah, Jonquil Jones being a bench player is super fun. Wilson, with her steal and block numbers, gets Depoy. Kiana Brewer, Most Improved. Yeah, look at these. Look at this jump. It's a big jump. Nafisa Collier, your Clutch Player of the Year. Becky Hammond, Coach of the Year. Joey Jenkins, Executive of the Year. First team, Wilson, Stewart, Collier, Thomas, and Aaliyah Edwards joins that mix with a very big jump up in her statistics. And second team is Plum, Young, Austin, Lloyd, and Cam Brink. All defensive team, Wilson, Collier, Brink, Stewart, Magbegor, Thomas, Austin, Horston, Edwards, Cardoso. Your second team, all rookie is Holton, Daisha Fair, Katie Carlson, Anelli Ewing, and Emily Madsen. All right. First round, Indiana, who is the number 1 seed without Caitlin Clark all year, and now Caitlin Clark's back. They win. It sweeps everywhere. Second round, see the Sparks and the Aces. First game goes to the Sparks. Aces. Aces again. Vegas. Looking to clinch it. And they'll have to wait at least a game. Yeah, that looks like it's it. Yeah, they're going to come out and they're going to win against the Sparks. And the Aces, again, are champions. Asia Wilson, again, finals MVP. And that will do it. They avenged their season. We don't ours. A lot of question marks now. What's the future of this team look like? And we'll have to wait until next time to figure that out. We'll be back, everybody, with some more Sun basketball. And 2026 did not go how we wanted. 2027 coming up here shortly.